I want to talk to you about credit cards that build credit the fastest. So if you are trying to build credit, let's say you're trying to really add 100 points on your FICO score, here are the credit cards that can help you get there as soon as possible. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. Number 7, we have Tomo credit card. Our score, 8.5 over 10. The cool thing about Tomo is that this is really great if you have a solid financial standing. Let's say your finances are pretty good and you're just trying to really increase your FICO score. Tomo will kind of help you out. The only thing is Tomo is charging you $2.99 every month, so you have to pay like $3 every month. So that's about $36 a year. But listen, it's totally worth it. And Tomo is not charging you any APR at all, so there are no sort of interest charges every month. You just have to pay the fee. So $2.99 a month. So we love that a lot. So let's quickly talk about Tomo. So when you close your eyes and think about Tomo, what should you actually remember here? The Tomo credit card actually considers alternative metrics when evaluating your application. So it's worth considering if you don't have a prior credit history. And since this card reports to the 3 major credit bureaus, you're talking about using the card responsibly so you can actually build your credit real fast. So I want to quickly go through the pros and cons of this Tomo credit card. So here are the pros. So no credit check is required. No APR charges. Okay, this is really important. And what I want to say here is that just remember what I told you about the fee, right? You're paying the $3 every month. And so it is what it is. But what about the cons? So not all financial institutions can easily be linked to your account for approval. There are no rewards earning on credit card spending. And the thing is that other alternative credit cards actually may offer better benefits. So when you think about Tomo is kind of good. You will receive up to $10,000 in credit limits. There are no interest charges. But hey, listen, you have to pay the $2.99 every month, okay? And also you have to have expedited auto pay, including weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly payments. So again, Tomo wants you to pay them as often as possible, not just every month. Okay, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We'd like to have a quick convo with you about credit cards that build credit the fastest. Number 6, you have the US Bank Altitude Go Visa Secured Card. Our score, 8.8 over 10. So this is basically a secured card, but it really helps you build credit real fast. Obviously, if you are a US Bank client, it will really help a lot. And this card, we love this card because it's great for dining rewards on a secured credit card. And basically, you are earning up to 4x the rewards rate. So you earn up to 4x points on dining and takeouts, 2x points at grocery stores, gas stations, and on streaming services, and 1x on other stuff. So this is really interesting. What we love about the card is that, so this is just the rewards. There is no annual fee, but the APR is kind of high, though, 30%. So this is the kind of card, even though we are speaking about a secure credit card, you really want to pay your balance in full. This card allows you to actually build credit real fast. You should be able to see results within 3 months. 2 to 3 months, you should really start seeing something tangible here, okay? And the cool thing is that this card is great if your biggest expenses are on dining and takeouts. This is one of the best secured credit cards available right now. So here are the pros and cons of this card. So pros, the card actually reports to all 3 major credit bureaus, and the card has no annual fee. So if you're sort of worried about paying an annual fee, like because Tomo is charging you like $36 a year, and so the US Bank Altitude secured card doesn't charge you anything. And so this is kind of cool. And one other advantage that we have found is that this card comes with a $15 annual streaming credit for eligible services. This is kind of cool. And so this is for the pros. What about the cons here? The thing is that there is a minimum deposit of $300 that is required for the card, and non-bonus categories earn so rewards. So the rewards are not really interesting if you're not in the non-bonus categories. And other secured cards may offer rewards that better align with your spending. So just think about that. So those are just stuff you guys think about. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm talking to you about credit cards that build credit the fastest. Number 5, we have a Discover It secured credit card. Our score 9/10. So when you think about Discover a secure credit card, think about the best welcome bonus for a secure credit card. By the way, boss, we do have secure credit card and unsecured credit card. So this is I just want to let you know. And when you think about this card, I mean, first of all, as a Discover credit card, you have the cashback match. This is just fantastic. The card charges you no annual fee, so this is kind of cool. But the APR is kind of high though, so this is not the card you want to actually carry balances on. Even though this is a secure credit card, so 28.24%. This is kind of high. But this card is great for rebuilding credit. You should be able to see results within 3 months. I mean 2 to 3 months, but maximum 3 months. You should start seeing some tangible results here. So in the secured credit world, the Discover It secure credit card stands above the competition because it has for instance a 1% cashback rate on all purchases. Okay. Plus, you have 2% cashback at gas stations and restaurants on up to $1,000 in combined purchases each quarter. Think about it. 2% cashback at gas stations and restaurants on up to $1,000 in combined purchases every 3 months. And there is no penalty APR and no annual fee. So this is kind of cool. So if you are trying to build credit or you're trying to rebuild credit, this card is great for you. And the matching cashback reward at the end of your first year is a sweet bonus. So this is really great. What are the pros and cons of this card here? Let's quickly go through the card pros and cons. So here are the pros. The card has no annual fee. You have cashback rewards. Like earning this is sort of uncommon for a secured credit card. Okay, the 1% and the 2%. This is really great. You have a free FICO score access each month, so you're able to see your progress. So like I said before, you should be able to see things within 2 to 3 months. And the cashback match doubles cashback rewards earning at the end of the first year. So this is really good. So those are the pros of this card. What about the drawbacks, the cons? Well, the bonus category rewards are capped. Secure credit cards don't provide many of the perks unsecured cards do. That's true. I mean, I don't care how great it is. It's still secure credit card. And so you got to have refundable deposits. So it is what it is. But overall, this is a great card anyway. Number 4, you have Capital One Quicksilver Secured Cash Rewards Credit Card. Our score 9.3/10. So in our view, this is the best simple rewards for those with some credit history. So if you happen to have, let's say, some credit history and you're trying to really increase it, you're trying to really beef it up, this is a great card for you. You should probably start seeing results within 3 to 4 months. And so this is really good because the Capital One will report your data to all 3 credit bureaus. And this is really good. So the card has no annual fee. The only thing we don't like about this card is that, I mean, with all Capital One credit cards, that the APR is really is humongous. Think about it, like 30%. They're charging you 30%. So yeah, so if you really are okay with it, that's fine. I mean, basically, you are able to get like a 1.5% cash back anyway, though. Let me quickly go through the pros and cons so we are clear about what we're speaking about here. So basically, here are the pros. You have unlimited 1.5% cashback reward on eligible purchases. So not all transactions actually qualify for 1.5%. You got to really so that eligibility actually fluctuates every quarter. I mean, sometimes Capital One will do it on a monthly basis. Sometimes they do it on a quarterly basis. So you have those rotating categories, okay? And so the card actually has no foreign transaction fees. So this is great. And so those are the pros. The only drawback and I think I just said it, is that the card has a high APR. I mean, usually Capital One credit cards, they carry high APRs anyway. So, it is what it is. But overall, this is a great card. Actually, the process is very simple. You want to put down a refundable $200 security deposit to get a $200 initial credit line. And so this is as long as you use this card responsibly, you can build your credit real fast. And as I said, 2 to 3 months, and in some cases 4 months. And what happens here is that the Capital One will review your account every 2 months. So they actually review your accounts every 60 days to see the kind of progress you are making, and if they see something really good, they will actually graduate your card from secured to unsecured. So basically, they will refund the deposit to you, and they'll just transform your card into an unsecured credit card. So it is just fantastic. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about credit cards that build credit the fastest. Okay, so we're talking about 2 to 3 months. Number 3, we have Discover It Student Cashback. Our score 9.6 over 10. Now this card is unsecured, so you don't have to put any deposit at all. But this card is great for students starting to establish credits. Okay, so basically you can earn 5% cash back on everyday purchases. Really fantastic at different places like each quarter, like Amazon.com, grocery stores, restaurants, and gas stations. So this is really good. And so you do have a cashback match with this card. I mean, all Discover It credit cards have that, and the APR is kind of decent when you think about 18.24 to 27.24. Just sort of compare and contrast that with Capital One charging you 30%. That's just crazy. So Discover It, this card is really great. Now you just have to you need to be a student though. So because this card is actually an excellent way for students with average or limited credit scores to gain experience managing credit. No annual fee, no penalty APR, plus up to 5% cashback rewards in rotating categories up to a quarterly cap with enrollment, 1% back on other purchases. This is really good. So we love this card a lot, and because Discover is really going above and beyond to sort of help students, this is really great. So let's quickly go through the pros and cons of this card. So the pros, you have a 5% cashback on rotating bonus categories after enrollment. You have a first year cashback match. And so those are the pros. What about the cons here? You have a 5% bonus cashback rate, which is limited to $1,500 per quarter in spending. So this really means that you have to really pay attention to the types of expenses you charge on the card. Like if your goal is to try to rack up as much rewards as possible, then you have to be a little more, like you have to discriminate a little bit in terms of the expenses you charge on the card. Okay, and another difficulty that we have found in the card is that you have to actually track some kind of the expenses that you're charging on the card, because you need to activate those bonus categories every quarter. So if you forget and you sort of forget and you don't activate them, you can't really earn. So, and the bonus categories are fluctuating, right? So you have to really track those also. So, those are, in our view, another disadvantage. Another drawback we don't like is the fact that you have a low 1% base reward rate, which is really low when you really think about it. So, but hey, listen, it is what it is. Number 2, you have Pedal One no annual fee Visa credit card. Our score 9.7 over 10. So when you think about the card, first of all, this card is unsecured. Okay, so no security deposit is needed, nothing at all, not a problem. So this, in our view, this is a great card for pre-qualification overall. So if you're thinking about credit cards that build credit the fastest, Pedal One no annual fee Visa credit card is sort of high up there. And we love the fact that with this card, you can actually earn up to 10% cash back. Think about it, 10%. So we're talking about 2% to 10% cash back at select merchants. The only thing is you have to actually select those merchants on Pedal One's platform. But hey, listen, it is really interesting. The card has no annual fee. We love that a lot because, first of all, if you're just trying to build credit, you don't want to spend too much money on ancillary fees. It wouldn't make sense anyway. Now, you really want to watch out for the APR. The APR is a killer. Like they're charging you like 25% to 35%. That's just crazy, right? Think about it. 25% to 35%. But so this is the kind of card you want to have to build credit. And you can actually start seeing results within 60 days, sometimes 30 days, because Pedal One is very religious when it comes to reporting data. So they will report your data as soon as possible. So this is really good. I mean, we just say hallelujah for that. This is really great. And so if you have fair credit, bad credit, no credit, this card will be great for you. And what we love about the card here, let me quickly go through some of the pros and cons here. So basically, the pros: no security deposit required and no annual fee. So this is kind of cool. In terms of credit limits, you kind of have like some decent credit limits for the credit category we're speaking about. So you have $300 all the way to $5,000. Okay, and this is kind of similar to the Avon credit card anyway. So which actually goes from $300 to $3,000. And so you are able to earn a credit limit increase in as little as 6 months. This is really good. And another drawback that we don't like here is that rewards are only available at select merchants, and there is no balance transfer option available. But the cool thing is that you can actually earn a credit limit increase in as little as 6 months. So this is kind of similar to what Capital One does, what Discover does also. They actually review your account every 3 to 6 months to see if you're doing good, and if you're doing good, they'll just reward you. Fantastic. Number one, the best of the best, Avon credit card. Our score, 9.9 over 10. So if you're looking for credit cards that build credit the fastest, Avon should be the one on top of your list. Why? Because first of all, Avon is unsecured, so they're not asking you any security deposit. They're not asking you anything at all. So this is great. And so this is why we chose Avon as a great card for no security deposit requirements. And the only thing is you have to pay an annual fee on this card. It's about $59 a year. Okay, that's about what? $60 a year. That's 12 months. That's $5 a month. So you have to pay a monthly fee of $5 every month. The APR is kind of high too, so you're looking at 30%. So this is the car that you don't want to carry a balance on. And so what I want to say here is that the initial limit will oscillate from $300 to $3,000. And so what will happen is Avon will, similar to Pedal One, they will actually look at your account. They will assess your account every month. Sometimes they do this every quarter to see if you've been a good payer. If you're good, they will actually bump you up. And with Avon, you can actually start seeing results within the 60 days. And in 60 days, this is totally fine. And so it is an unsecured credit card, so no deposit is required. And this is really good. And so let me quickly go through the pros and cons here. Here are the pros. You are able to check to see if you pre-qualify for the card without affecting your credit. And so this card is great for those with bad or fair credit. And the card itself reports to all 3 major credit bureaus with like Avon does it religiously. So this is really fantastic. Now, what about the cons here? Well, product terms may vary depending on where you live, where you receive your offer, making it hard to know if you're getting the best terms anyway. Balance transfers are not allowed. No rewards or other meaningful perks are also allowed. So when you think about the Avon credit card, don't think about a card that offers you cashback, that offers you balance transfer, that offers you any kind of rewards. I mean, this is the card that you really need and you want to use for credit building. You want to build credit, okay? This is why the title of this video is Credit Cards That Build Credit the Fastest. So we had a combination of unsecured and secured credit cards. And so it's up to you to really to actually analyze your situation and say, okay, which one will be better for me, right? Before I do a recap here, I just want to acquaint you with our approach. We have a method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing credit cards that build credit the fastest. Please check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. So number one, you have Avon credit card, 9.9 over 10. Number two, you have Pedal One, no annual fee, Visa credit card, 9.7 over 10. Number three, you have Discover Student Cashback, 9.6 over 10. Number four, you have Capital One Quicksilver, Secure Cash Rewards credit card, 9.3 over 10. Number five, you have Discover Secured credit card, 9 over 10. Number six, you have US Bank Altitude Go Visa Secured credit card, our score, 8.8 over 10. Number 7, we have Tomo credit card. Our score 8.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.